Welcome to another episode of Shorthanded. I have, as always, Nick on with myself. I'm the host, Brendan. Wanted to remind you to subscribe and like, and also if you have any comments, please leave them. We love them. We read them. We enjoy them. Nick, let's go over the games last night. We had two that I have several opinions on, as always. So let you go first, and we'll do the Florida Panthers and the Tampa Bay Lightning. What are your thoughts after Game 4?
Yeah, so I was 1 for 2 last night. You were 0 for 2. So congrats.
1-1.
1 and 2. 1 for 2.
Okay, 50%. Yes. Yeah.
Exactly.
I bombed.
So, yeah, you did. Just so you know.
I do remember. I made nobody money.
So 0-0 after the second period. I just felt like what I said, how they were wanted to come out and they wanted to bring this series back tied, and how this series was opening back up. I felt like it was happening, and I felt like we felt that, and everyone was they were playing, and then second period they bring everyone onto Brad Marchand, and this was the game changer. They bring everyone. There was about 3 guys on the side. Brad Marchand's there by himself. You leave Anton Lundell in the middle alone with Vasilevsky, and there's nothing he could do. So then it's 1-0, and then they scored 2 quick goals, and I felt like that got them going. And it was a very back and forth game. It was they were not letting someone take the edge, right? And now it goes to the third period. It's tied 2-2. Aaron Ekblad gets that goal, the drug addict. And then who
allegedly
scored?
You can't just say that on a podcast.
Totally.
We're not friends here. That's allegedly. Nick has opinions.
Yep. And then the third goal, which I think it was Seth Jones. Seth Jones had that slap shot. It bobbled through. It was a close game. It just came down to that one goal. I'm annoyed by that game. I feel like Tampa should have won it, like how Canadians should have won Game 4. But, no, it was a close game. I feel like they played well. They're going 3-1 now to Tampa. I still think they could do it, though.
You think Tampa can do it? So here's my problem, and I had a lot of problems with the reffing last night. So,
oh my goodness.
So the elbow to the head of Hagel. Now Hagel's out for game. He's out for game 5. He's already been ruled out. They're doing the NHL is meeting with the hitter for Florida. They shouldn't just meet with him. He should be gone for the series.
That's Aaron Ekblad, and that was a completely dirty hit. Matthew Tkachuk should have been gone. Aaron Ekblad should be gone. So these refs are completely horrible.
So this hit, if you did not watch it, is a straight elbow pad to the face. He brought it up. He followed through. They did not call a penalty on the play. There was nobody in the box. Hagel skates off. He's done for possibly the series, definitely for the next game. And again, I know physical series, NHL wants to, allow physicality, but there has to be an absolute no-brainer when it comes to those plays. I know there was a height differential, but I'm telling you, I've watched enough hockey in my life, both college and pro, that if you're going to bring your elbow up and you're going to hit and you're going to purposely hit heads and the player goes down, it should be reviewable. They didn't review it. After that, Tampa Bay scored 2 goals immediately, which I thought was a great response. And then in the third period, they lost it. So they're down. They're down 3-1. They lost a really great player. They go home. Can they win it? Sure, they could win it, but I had a lot of problems with the non-call. That should have been a 5-minute major, suspended for the game. Tampa Bay.
I really think they're against Tampa. I mean, you first off, you suspend Hagel for a hit that they don't think was suspendable at all, and then you don't suspend Matthew Tkachuk for which I think that's the worst thing they have ever done and have ever seen. That's just my opinion. But not even that I like Gensel. It's just that hit was so bad, and now that you're doing the same thing with Aaron Ekblad. First off, he was out half of the season, and now he just comes back and does this. He was offsides that first goal. I'm just confused by it. I think Tampa should have won that one.
I think both of us had Tampa. I had them for several reasons, but I think that non-call, I know they responded fine. I really did like, again, both of these coaches are just at another level. I love Tampa's coach. He said, listen, after the game, how did you feel about the hit? He goes, I have a job to do. My job to do as a coach. So do you have any opinions on the hit? Do you guys have anything? Do you? Okay, you don't? Then we're all moving on. The refs have their job. The league has their job. So we'll see if the league does what they're supposed to do. If they only give him a 1-game suspension, I'll be surprised. If they give him 2 or more, I think that's more warranted. I think because an injury occurred and because we don't know how long the injury is, I'm a player for player kind of a thing. Because like when the two guys fight, they both go away. I think you just say, listen, you're out the remainder of the season. If Hagel returns, that's the upper hand they get. If he doesn't, you're certainly not getting him back. So
he's a huge factor.
We'll see if the hearing goes, and then we'll have our predictions for the next game. But I was really disappointed in the non-call. I thought that was really clear. And again, I don't know what the league's going to do with the refs, but this is hockey. You got to play through everything. You got to play through injuries. You got to play through players down. And I agree with the coaches. It's like this is the series. You just got to play with what you have. So, I to your point, I picked Tampa. I'm going to ride and die with them, so I'm probably going to pick them every game they play the rest of the series because I would like Tampa to come back. I would love it to be a 7-game series. It's not looking that strong. I think Florida's a very strong team. They certainly don't need the help by the refs. They can do it without the refs. So I'll wait for the hearing. We'll hear more, obviously, probably tonight, if not at the end of the day today. We're filming this in the middle of the day on this Wednesday. The next game was the Avs and the Stars, and I have a lot of problems with how this game turned out, not just because of the score, but because of how it was officiated. But I'll let you give the summary and you give all the passion and the love and to the.
I thought no matter what happened, no matter what the refs were doing, Dallas knew this was a wear-die game. If they're going back to Avs, they need to give it all out. So they gave it out all in this game. And even playing not to their full potential, they played 100% that game. They were full. They were ready. Even though they don't have Robertson or Heiskanen, everyone stepped up. I thought Wyatt Johnston played amazing. They were all around the puck. They were, like I said, they had to skate with Avs, and they did. They skated with everybody. They were catching up. They were not leaving anybody behind. The puck movement on the power play was just great. Jake Ottinger played amazing. There was a bunch of chances that Martin Necas had on the side. He robbed him several times, and I thought, that's great. He had great hand-eye coordination. So it was just impressive by the whole Dallas Stars team. I was proud.
I think the Stars played to their potential. I think this was the first probably complete game they had. My problem with the refs are if you're going to call the knick-knack little fouls like they did on the little cross-check here or a little cross-check there, then you got to call it on Dallas when they're just absolutely trying to destroy the back of McKinnon. When you're not calling it for one team but the other team, I know Dallas is home, but I care more about the consistency. And I'm a big fan of let's be consistent as best you can. If you're not going to call it for either team, I'm fine with that. If you're going to call it on one side, call it on the other side. And I thought there was a big momentum push where it was 3-2. And then, again, I agree with the Avs players, not just because I picked them and not just because I like Denver University, but because I think they're the better team.
I like that Rantanen goal, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy he's finally finding his groove.
He was grooving that game.
So, because he hasn't as up to this point. So we'll see if this is the turning point for Dallas or if the Avs start to get some calls in the next game. Because if the Avs get calls, their power play is legit awesome. Ottinger had a great game. So I do think this series is destined for 7. I don't know how you feel about it, but it feels like it's the Avs will win at home. Then we'll go to Game 7, and you'll see them just. You won't see a cheap foul called in a Game 7, or a cheap penalty, I should say. You won't see any of that stuff occurring. This is going to be very, very clear.
Yep. I had Stars in 7 originally. I'm still sticking with Stars in 7. I think it's going to be great these next couple games.
We said from the beginning, whoever leaves out of this series and also the Florida series, it's a shame. I still feel that way about Tampa. I still feel Tampa's like a legitimately great team. they've matched up against anyone else, I think they move on to the next round. That's how good they are. In fact, I think in the Eastern Conference, if you put Tampa or Florida against any of the other 6 teams, they're going to the next round. That's how I feel. The Avs and the Stars, I don't feel that way because the Western Conference is so much more loaded. But this is again, if it goes 7, which will be a treat, Game 7s in hockey are the best.
Yeah,
they're just the best. So happy for us. We get to watch it. We get to report on it. I'm a little bitter. I'm 0-2. So Brendan did in fact bomb, and Nick's picks got you 1 out of 2. So for yesterday we were 1-4. And we got 4 games today to make up for it. So, Nick, you've had a couple. I would say you had a redemption night. Now we have our 4 games, and we're just going to go right down the line. The first game coming up here shortly is going to be can Toronto put away Ottawa?
Oh, that's the big question they've been asking themselves for, 18 years? And how many times have they done it? Once? Yeah, so I think I'm going to be safe here. Say with my pick, Toronto in 6, and how Ottawa played, it was in overtime, so Toronto could have ended it. Thing is, Ottawa's going to be away. It's going to be hard for them. I just don't like how Toronto can't finish the series. So, I'm just really, I want to go with Toronto, but another side of me is just saying Ottawa's going to play their heart out. It's this season on the line. And like we said, when their season's on the line, they're going to absolutely go crazy. So I want to go with both teams. I want my Game 6 pick to be right, but then I want Toronto to be right. You know what? What's your pick?
Oh, this is easy. I told you. I liked Ottawa. Ottawa took both Game 1 and 2 were not blowouts. And I think Game 2 was an overtime win. And then they won again. Toronto beat them in overtime, I think, Game 3 as well. And then Game 4, Ottawa took care of business. I feel like Ottawa got their win. They're going to get another one because all the pressure is on Toronto. The fans aren't going to go there going, yay, we got to win it. They're like, let's hope we win it. We don't want to go to Game 6 in Ottawa. So I feel great about Ottawa in this one.
I think the crowd's gonna be. You think the crowd's gonna be like nervous, or you think they're gonna be like?
If Ottawa goes up 2-0 or Toronto goes up 2-0, I don't think it really matters. I mean, I think at the end of the day, Ottawa just needed the 1 win, and once they got the 1 win, the confidence starts to pick up. They're a good team. They deserve to be in this series. They were not a 3-0 team. Like if you said. If you said Edmonton's down 3-0, I would have said, yeah, that they deserve that. They have not played very well.
Yeah, exactly.
Ottawa was in all these games. This could easily be a 2-2 series. It could be a 3-1 Ottawa series for all we know. So I feel really good about Ottawa in this one.
And Omar can play, like a goalie for Ottawa. He can play to his potential, and he can handle the fans. He can handle the chants. He played great in last game. So you know what? I'm going to go Ottawa. I'm going to go Ottawa.
So Nick's picks and Brendan's bombs agree. Ottawa in game number 5. So we're going to go 3-2 back to Ottawa. Now we go to the Carolina versus the Devils. Brendan's bombs is going to go first. I picked Carolina. I thought Carolina was a superior team. This series is officially over. Carolina ends New Jersey's season. It's been real. Again, props for making the playoffs, Devils. Props for getting this far. The injury bug hurt you too much, and Carolina is legit. Even if Anderson is out, I feel really good about them getting to the next round. I have Carolina ending the series.
So I'm not going to say Kochekov's is bad in goal for the Canes, but he's not going to be as good as Anderson. But he let up that Timo Meier goal, so that just gives me a bit of hope. Obviously, the Hurricanes are going to be really good at home. They're great at home. They were up 2-0 at home. But I had Carolina in 7. It's game 5 right now. I mean, my heart wants to say Devils. I don't know. My instincts, they're going either way with these games. It could go either way. I don't want to go with you, but then I just feel like I have to with Carolina. I mean,
I'm throwing you off by going first that one.
It's like if they had a crowd there in New Jersey's crowd was great. I mean, obviously New Jersey's playing for their season. This is the first elimination game they're facing now.
Yep.
So we have to see how they play in this elimination game, how it goes. But I think Carolina's going to move on. I don't see any problems with them. I'll go Carolina.
I think you watched the Devils' spirit leave their bodies in the last game. And when you see it like a team lose like that, I think that's what it was. I didn't see that again when we watched the games yesterday. Did I see the Avs spirit leave? No. Did I see the Tampa Bay Lightning spirit leave? No. But I did feel like I felt the Devils leave.
In that game I went to, if they started off that bad again, Carolina's totally winning. I'm not surprised. But if they need to control the whole game and like the missed opportunities, they can't have that. It's really bad.
They haven't shown it. Again, this is what you would call as opportunity lost, opportunity gained. The Hurricanes are moving on to create more chaos in the next round. The next game is a Game 5, a critical Game 5 that we did not think we would be here. The Golden Knights versus the Minnesota Wild. Now, just for everyone's reference, if you go back, I picked the Golden Knights. I believe you picked the Golden Knights. I believe we thought this would be 3-1 right now, going back to Vegas, if not a 4-0. We thought this was not going to be a series. Well, my friends, this is a legit series, and these teams are legitimately playing each other. The last game was a Golden Knights overtime winner to make it 2-2. Not to make it 3-1, to make it 2-2. So here we are back in Vegas, where Minnesota has already won. Who do you have in Game 5 in Vegas?
I'm scared for Vegas. If they did not get a whooping from the coach these past couple games, I'm going to be surprised. They had 2 days off because I believe the last game was Saturday. So I want to go with Vegas. I had Vegas in 5 originally. So I'm going with my picks here because you're gonna be close to elimination games now. So I feel like Eichel still has not stepped up enough. I don't feel like Mark Stone has stepped up enough. So with like just like Riley Smith, all them, these OG Golden Knights, I want them to like go all out this game in Vegas. I want them to match the energy. But just what I saw from that game too, I just did not see it at all from them. I'm a little bit worried, but I'm gonna stick with Vegas. I'm gonna stick with Vegas here.
Well, everybody, I have to say that Minnesota's converted me. I was on the Golden Knights train, but now I'm all in on Minnesota. I want Minnesota to beat Golden Knights. I want Minnesota to move on. I want to see the Wild continue this run. Their players, their first line's been amazing. Again, now that they got Booyam on their team, I'm a big University of Denver guy with the 2 wins. I'm flipping my script. I'm going with Minnesota in Game 5. Brendan's Bombs is picking Minnesota as his upset special for today. Game 5 upset. I got Minnesota beating Golden Knights on the road.
If Minnesota wins this series, they're not going to beat the Kings. I don't see them beat the Kings.
Whoa, too fast. It's 2-2.
But still,
we could talk about that later at another time.
Las Vegas,
you still see the Kings winning, which I think is comical. But all right, let's go to the next series. We picked.
You don't see the Kings winning?
Not at all. Go ahead, pick the Kings Edmonton right now.
That's crazy.
I am crazy. You're right. Brendan's bombs and Brendan is crazy. I agree with all of those sentiments.
Okay, but if the Golden Knights lock in when they're in Vegas, you do not want to see that. You do not want to see Jack Eichel mad.
You're correct. If woulda, coulda, shoulda sounds like the Devils again. The Knights have not performed for a reason.
Not coulda, shoulda. It's game now. It's not. It hasn't happened. We're in Vegas now.
Game 5, Minnesota on the road. Believe.
Okay, sure.
I believe.
Now, Kings Oilers. You're an Oiler now?
Kings.
You're an Oiler? Okay.
What do you mean? You didn't see that lady dressed up as the Stanley Cup in the stands in Edmonton?
I've seen that a lot. It's funny, but that's what they will never have, and no Canadian team will ever have.
Let me tell you.
Kings, I'm taking the Kings in LA. Just done like that.
You got no debate. He feels great about the Kings. I feel great about Edmonton. And
how?
Here's how. Edmonton has played so poorly, and they're 2-2. It's like waking up on Christmas and you got a new car. You didn't get a present. You got a new car. Edmonton is like playing with house money. Have you seen anyone in Vegas playing with house money? They're the best time ever. Like, you want to go around, party with that individual. You want to be like, yeah, I'm feeling the vibes. If you're playing on house money, everything feels good. The checks feel good. The missed shots feel good. The allowed goals feel good. Edmonton feels like their destiny. They don't even feel like they lost. They should have been out. We both agree. They should be gone. There's no
Exactly.
reason.
So the Kings are going to end them. Quentin Byfield's going to get a hat trick. Anze Kopitar is too old, so he's just going to kill everybody. Connor McDavid, they're all going to be working, but not in Edmonton. They can win in Edmonton. They could just only play in the third period. Oh, wait, it's the third period? I have to wake up for school now. I didn't know we were playing. What's the playoffs?
You can get all.
So,
you can get.
like,
I love the passion. I'm just going to compare this to what I have. If you're fighting the American military might, and you're fighting a SEAL team, they only need 3 or 4 guys. And then you feel like you're fighting an army.
But then
Edmonton
we have a full team.
I understand that. And you know what? They look up and they're like 2-2, and they're like, how in the hell is it 2-2?
Exactly.
They literally flew home, and they're like, we're not up 3-1. We're not up. The series isn't over.
It's crazy.
And need I remind you, in game 1, the game that majority of people said, I'm turning this off because it's over. They're a lucky goal away from going to overtime in game 1. And Edmonton hasn't figured out this at all. So if they play to their ability with the SEAL team, the McDavid SEAL team, I feel great about Edmonton. I picked them to start. I'm not flipping. Brendan's bombs is all on Edmonton. I feel Edmonton wins game 5, game 6, and gets a backdoor sweep. And the LA Kings are licking their wounds again another year going, how do we beat freaking McDavid?
We beat him. It's done, and McDavid's done. McDavid doesn't have a team.
When they're having their avocado toast in LA, talking about their season, with all their hot models that they've all married because they're in LA, they have a lot of like wonderful prizes for leaving the playoffs early. They got the beaches.
Edmonton.
They got all the wonderful things. Edmonton, if they go home, what do they have to go for? The oil fields?
Exactly.
Have you visited Edmonton? They want to keep playing. They need to travel for their own sanity.
They don't, like, who lives... I live in Edmonton. Excuse me. It's like saying I live in Montana.
Again, so the LA Kings have a lot to be going home for. Just like yesterday, the Miami Heat lost. Is anyone faulting the Miami Heat?
Horrible, by the way. Like, that was 55 points. Are we serious?
Yeah, guess
who? This is why the seeding in the NBA is horrible. And I like it more in the NHL, even though it should be the 1-8 seed.
But who's on the Miami beach today? Every Miami Heat player. They were on the beach yesterday when they played. So now the question is, can Edmonton win it on the road against the best home team in the NHL?
Okay, yeah.
And I just say none of it matters. Teammates. The ghost of McDavid flies around with him. It's wild to me. So
he has like 6 other teammates, okay, and LA is too good. So, and especially at home, you can't only play one period. I don't think they're gonna pick it up.
I'm defying the logic of the NHL. So here are my picks. I have Edmonton at the end of the night game. Please, you can roast me. I don't care. I'm all in on Edmonton. I flipped the script. I'm going with Minnesota Wild to upset the Golden Knights in Game 5. So those are my 2 road dogs so far. Ottawa is another road pick that I have, beating the Maple Leafs to go back to Ottawa. And the only home team I took is the Hurricanes to end the New Jersey Devils. Those are my 4 picks. Your picks are, you picked the Hurricanes with me.
Picked the Hurricanes, then I picked the Ottawa Senators with you, and then not with you, I picked the Vegas Golden Knights and the Los Angeles Kings.
You went with the home team in Game 5, which proved to be very, very smart yesterday, as you picked the Dallas Stars to win at home. I picked the Avs to be on the road. What can I say? I love a good road dog. That's what I do. I picked the road.
Okay.
So Brendan Bombs versus Nick's picks. We'll see how we do. We'll be recording again tomorrow. Those are our picks. Hockey is wonderful. Be sure to watch, stream, wherever you got to be. Tell your spouse and your kids, listen, I'm busy. Lock the doors, order in some DoorDash, and enjoy hockey.
Don't let Connor McDavid skate into your door.
What do you mean? They won't even see him. He'll be in and out. They won't know what happened. Boom. He's so quick.
He doesn't have anyone to back him up. So
I beg to differ. I am your host, Brendan. That is always Nick. We are happy to be shorthanded. Subscribe, like, comment. Thanks for all your views. We appreciate you and look forward to giving you more playoff hockey time. Bye now.
Yeah.